Hello, family. Okay, so this is my first time recording a trade that I got in, but I figured since I've been saving this on YouTube that I would I would just record and tell you my thoughts. So one of the things that I noticed this morning is that price came down here and took out relative equal lows on the 15-minute chart. And I noticed this, I mean, this is what I had marked last Thursday, I believe. And so it took out the lows. Um, it made a market structure shift here. We know there's going to be a retracement. I saw this order block and this fair value gap right here, right here. So I put the fib on, anchored it from here to here. I put the fib on, and so here is where I placed my order. So here's the tricky thing now. When we're looking at the silver bullet, technically we're marking off our the lows. See there? We had lows here, and it's swept the low with a displacement. I'm looking for that. It swept the low, and then we had a high here, and it broke the high with a displacement. So if we were doing a silver bullet right now, this is a fair value gap that we could enter on, or this is a fair value gap we could enter on. So, keeping my fibs in play. If it so here, there you go. There it just went into the fair value gap. So that is there's a silver bullet entry right there. But I just was a little more aggressive because I knew I didn't look, this trade can go against me any minute now, right? So I'm anxious. I'm a little nervous. I think that just comes with trading. I'm only trading 1 micro. The risk is $25. It's not a massive trade. I'm recording a video to go on YouTube, so there's a little bit of like, you know, wanting to get it right and all of that. And not wanting to get stopped out and all of that. So there's like a lot of emotions going on right now. But hey, this is what it's like to trade, and eventually, we get to the point where we can trade without this level of emotion. So so anyway, here we are. So hopefully this video is not too long. I might be a little ambitious, because we know when we get in here with that silver bullet, technically all we're looking for is 5 points. So if you got in there, all you're looking to get to is this swing high right here. But I know that I face and I'm confronted with greed as a trader. And so I'm holding it. I'm like, let's see if we can go higher. And one of the reasons why I'm saying that we could potentially go higher is that we know that SPX has a gap to fill. Let me see if I can bring this over real quick. So here's a SPX gap. So gaps don't always fill right away, but we have a macro kicking in. Well, actually, we're just finishing a macro. But that's why I'm like, let me see if I can, be in on this SPX gap fill, but while trading futures. So right now, what I will do is at a certain point, I'll just lock in 5 points. So at least I have my 5 points. And call it a day. But right now we're just observing the trade. So the way I use a fib, like even now, seeing this swing right here, I would be like, okay, let's see if we'll have a retracement down to a fib level. So I adjusted my fib. Now what could happen is that this is a swing high right here. So, you know, we could be, it just for, as far as the silver bullet is concerned, we could be considering it just took out a high. Let's see if we get a market structure shift and it takes out this low to reverse and go lower. But for me, in knowing that oftentimes SPX gaps fill, that's why I'm just looking to stay long in this trade. So I just want to see if it'll push up here some more. In order to keep this video, maybe what I will do, because if we have a retracement here, you know, I would expect it to come at least, you know, to a fib level. So at the very least, what I can do is take risk off the table. It might be a little early, it might be premature, you know, but I would hate to be up and have my 5 points and take a loss, you know. So this would just be an example of, you know, just, you know, go for your 5 points if that's what you're targeting. But so we'll see. So I think what I'll do is let me see, where are my controls? I'm gonna pause, no, not pause share. I wanted to pause the recording. Okay. So probably what I'll do, depending on how price, you know, reacts, I can pause the video, and then so you're not like sitting through all this. But hopefully all that made sense. So actually, let me put this back up for the silver bullet. And if I was playing that game, you know, that's it. That's your silver bullet. Happens every day. Happens every day. So let's see if it'll hit that. I'm still watching the SPX. Maybe what I could do with the SPX is bring this over here so we could kind of see how it acts in the gap. So now my fib level, if I wanted to, I could change it, you know, and kind of follow it there. You know, what happened to my you know, it could just totally not fill the gap too, you know. Wouldn't that be nice if it does? So now I'm just looking to see if it'll just retrace down to a fib level here before it continues up. Did it sweep this high? It swept that high. So technically, in the not turtle soup, silver bullet, we would have made our 5 points right there. So we'll see. We'll see. Am I gonna get? Is it gonna come down and tag me out? Because theoretically, it could literally come down, you know, to this fib down here. If it comes to the golden zone, this is a 618. At least, you know, I could potentially still be safe. But what won't happen is I'm not facing a loss. So that's good. So again, we are just watching to see if this gap will fill and if we could be a part of that. You under dig? Sometimes when I mark the fib levels, I'll have it at this intermediate level, and then it'll end up responding to this larger level. It could, you know, come down and take me out because we have the previous day low sitting right here. So I knew this was a risky trade getting in where I got in, because I know that the draw on liquidity is the previous day low. So, you know, we'll see. We will see. And so this is where, like, if I say that I want to practice getting 5 points, this is where, like, I'm not being disciplined right now, because I could have got 5 points and been done for the day. And we already know, with 5 points on E-mini S&P, um, with one contract is $250. If I had two contracts, $350. So right now, on one contract on E-mini, I would be up $400. So, and I could just literally be done for the day. But again, I'm a new trader. I've been really studying ICT since May of last year. And I don't go hard in the paint like a lot of people do. Like I do study him. I do try to use some of his concepts to guide me. But like he said, he only uses a fib, I believe, for like measuring equilibrium and seeing if there's an OTE. But you see how I use a fib today for this entry down here, which was a little early than the silver bullet entry. So this can just totally come down, run down, and take me out. It could also respond here. This price leg right here, because we had a swing right there. It could come down, hit one of these levels, and continue up. So, I'm just watching, to see if we get a gap fill. And so one of the things that, as I become more confident as a trader, that I want to do is be able to take an options trade and a futures trade at the same time. But, when you're managing your entry and you're managing your risk and all of that on futures, and then to be concerned with options, and you never know if it's going to start consolidating, and depending on the time of day that you get in, you got the theta decay and all of that. So I can do a split screen, but it's like I don't even want to change the screen on my on this screen over here. It's a lot to try to manage trading futures and options. So some people could do it, but and I've done it before, but right now I'm just like really trying to focus on futures. So if I wanted to, I could lock in. How about let's lock in 11 points. It could literally come down and retrace to this level, because we know that really I should be locking in 5 points. So at least I got my 5 points. But again, greed is real. And there's that. Let me demonstrate and be a responsible trader. God, that's really hard for me to do right here. Because I know that, it could just retrace to a fib level and continue up and fill the gap. Maybe I can look for another entry. But right now, for people that are looking to do the silver bullet, it just took highs out here. So we could look to see if it displaced this low right here, or this one right here, for an entry. But okay, I have 5 points locked in. So I'll probably get stopped out here unless it bounces off of this 618 level and shows me a little grace. It can bounce off of this level right here. Or it could just continue to run up. So we'll see what happens. It could run down and take out our take out the previous day low down here. So I think I might get stopped out on this one. But 5 points. ICT said, practice on getting 5 points. So there you go. There's this little fair value gap. I think my time is coming, you guys. The time is near. So there's displacement right here on this candle. We don't have a fair value gap yet until this candle closes. Yeah, so that I'm out. So I'm gonna pause the video and wait for a minute. What it could be doing is retracing before it continues up. But at least I got my 5 points. And I'm gonna see if I can find another entry within this hour right here to continue on that SPX gap fill. So I'm gonna pause the video right now, and then I'll turn it back on to see if I'm able to locate another trade to go long. Stand by. So see, right now, price did not come down to an equilibrium, and we definitely want to see price come to an equilibrium before we try to go long, especially on this price leg right here. I mean, it's in a discount overall. If we're looking at this price leg right here, it's in a discount down here. So now it's just, I'm just waiting to see. Really, in order for me to go long, technically, I should be looking for it to sweep a low and then come up and displace a high in a fair value gap to go long. So right now I'm just bullish because of that SPX gap fill. I also know if we turn off electronic trading, we see that gap on this chart as well. So I could do that as well and not look at the SPX chart. So because the gap is also on ES. So right now it's like, okay, good job. You know what I mean? While I could have taken my profit up here, actually it didn't even take out that high right there. With this retracement, just like last Thursday, I got stopped out on a retracement because it came to a fib level. I'm kind of in the same place today because this can continue up to fill that gap, but I was like, let me just lock in my 5 points. So it came back to our fair value go. So that was a retracement. That was another retracement. So I'll see if we'll get a displacement above this high right here. Was that an eternal high? Like this is really what we want to see it break. But I'm just watching and waiting at this point. And technically, I should be done for the day, but because I'm still in the silver bullet hour, I'm just gonna, see if I can see another opportunity. I don't want to have confirmation bias and be like, oh, I'm bullish, I'm bullish, I'm bullish, and and it decides that it wants to just continue lower. Looking at the daily chart, I have the previous day low marked here. What is there? Oh, there's something on here that I still have. So we have the previous day low marked here, so it could come down there and sweep that. Or because we've been bullish, this is just a retracement in order to go long. So we just have to wait and see. But before I get back in to go long, I think I should continue to wait for displacement above a swing high. Create a fair value gap so I can get in and take it long. Now, what I did this morning was so usually what I do, like I get in on a fib level. So here it is, it hit the fib level and now it's, looks like it wants to work its way up, but I'm just going to wait. If I was still in my position, I got in down here, like I would have, given up all my profits, right? So at least I did do that, Because let me see, I got in on 702. So now I would have been like, man, I should have took profit. I should have took profit. So at least I took profit. I did, leave some money on the table, but I did take profit. So now, so see, so now what I could do is wait to see if it's going to take out this high. I think I really should be focusing on this high. But we'll see. And then look for a retracement to get in. So we just swept these lows with a displacement. We don't have a fair value gap here. So I want to see, because I want to be in on that gap fill, if we could sweep this high with a displacement, create a fair value gap. I might throw the fibs on there again. I'll take them off for now. I was marking this volume imbalance with this right here. So that's what these gray boxes are. So now we're going to displace here. And the main thing that's keeping me bullish is that gap. On our calendar, we don't have any major economic news. Oops. So I'm going to pause and see if I can get a trade and come back. So now, because I'm a fibs trader, fibs trader, I like to use a fib. So I put the fib from here to here. I put my order at equilibrium. It's at this order block. It's at pretty much the mean threshold of this fair value gap. But you see this fair value gap right here? That it just went into it. So that could have been the entry right there for me. But I guess I'm being a little bit more conservative, knowing that it could come back to a fib level. So now I want to see if it'll come down and pick me up. I mean, that might be the entry right there. We had a displacement. We swept these lows. Came up, So there's your second entry for a silver bullet. If you had your order there, you're looking for 5 points. Let's see if there's a swing over here. There's not a swing over there. I guess, maybe here, but that's not 5 points. But, such is life. I might have missed it. So, it's like, wanting to be conservative, not be too aggressive. Had me not take that. But let me put this back here to see if that would have delivered 5 points. So I wish I was a little bit more aggressive because I would really like to be in this trade right now. So I have FOMO. This is exactly what we were looking for. But I just gotta, maybe it'll come down and pick me up. I keep on dragging up my fib levels just to see if it'll have a pullback and come back down to, at this point now I'm at 618, which is a golden zone. But I might have missed it. And I just have to be okay with that, because I'm gonna go on with my day. After this trade, if it doesn't pick me up and it just keeps on going, I'm just gonna be happy with my 5 points and exercise that. If that's some discipline that I can exercise. So there might be other opportunities to get in here. I think we call this a breaker, but it should be like a low, a high, a lower low, and then break that. But I don't know if this qualifies. So if you've gotten this far in the video and let me know. But there you go. So if I would have just not moved my stop and, took my 5 points, I would have still been in this trade, but it's yeah, this is the nature of trading, hopefully I'll get better. Yeah. So there's your 5 points right there. So that was two opportunities this morning, to go long on, with the golden, let me move this so you can see it. So if I would have just focused on that, I would have been good. You know what I mean? There were two opportunities to go long on the silver bullet. I missed both of them, but I did get 5 points. So there you go. But there's your entry right there. And hopefully it was clear over here. This was your entry right here to go long to take out this high right here. So go figure. So I'm going to pause it and see where we get to, but there's your silver bullet. Let me know in the comments if you took that trade. So I'm wondering if, we had displacement over this high right here. We have a fair value gap here. Price traded into it. Our stop would have been here. So let's see if this was a little bit if we took it, if it was too ambitious, or if it's going to pan out. So if we got in there and we had a 5-point stop loss, we don't want to see price come down here. So, this could be, it took out the high here. It's going to come down. Here's a swing low right there. Is this going to be a retracement to go short? But I think, overall, even though we've fallen overnight, I remain bullish. And I think I'm just bullish by nature as a novice trader. I think, because it's understanding and wrapping your head around, well, the price is going down, I can actually make money. Yeah, you can actually make money. You could sell. Oh my God, wow. So I'm still going to keep my order here, even though we took out this high and we're taking out this low. I'm going to keep it here. I got a 5-point stop loss, so even if I get taken out, I'll be at break even for the day. But we'll see. You see, it's coming down. So is it going to come down and pick me up or not? So I'm going to pause again and let's see. So what could be happening here is we have a volume imbalance. We have a fair value gap and price came into it. So if I was not being conservative, waiting for it to retrace to a fib level, if we got in here at this fair value gap, our 5-point stop loss would be here. So we would be in the trade, or, if we got in at this fair value gap right there, then our stop loss would be here. So let's see if any of those get hit, or let's see if this was yet another opportunity for another 5 points. So if we got in here, our 5 points would be there. If we got in on this fair value gap right here, our 5 points would be there. So, sucks not to be in the trade, I tell you that. But hopefully, I just grow, that's the whole plan, is to grow and evolve as a trader. So, and to be confident in, as long as we're managing our risk, then that's what's most important, and we're not chasing, we're not allowing us to have FOMO, like, So let's see if we'll hit this one. We are trying to get to 41.75. What did I say? 41.1375. So it just missed it. Not looking at swings because obviously we have taken all of that out, but just measuring 5 points because technically. Oh, wow, woo, wow, woo. So we just missed it. The 5 points here. So let's see what happens. Is it going to retrace down? I'm going to pause the video again, and we'll see what happens when I come back. Will it tag me in on this retracement? Is it going to break this swing low and create a fair value gap and continue lower? The saga continues. Did it retrace to a fib level here? It came to the 786. So if I was aggressive, I could have, entered here. We have a volume imbalance. We have a order block. We have a fair value gap. So those are all, opportunities to go long there. So not a silver bullet, but still, 786 order block, volume imbalance. But I'm gonna be a wee bit more conservative because there's been plenty of times where I've got in on this level and it decided to really retrace back down to this price leg where I have my order down here. So we'll see. Stay tuned. All right, so based on what I just said prior to, I was like, we had this order block, we had this volume imbalance. I was like, let me get in the trade. So I had FOMO. I got in here, and I had the fibs on from this level, and now it's broken the fib level. So I'm taking this fib level off. And so on our original price leg from here to here, it just hit equilibrium. So maybe we'll have some support there and it'll continue up, and I'll end up being safe. These two entries, where was it? On the fair value gap. We were talking about if we got in here, we would still be safe with our 5-point stop loss. If we got in here, we would still be safe with our 5-point stop loss on those two silver bullets. So now we're just going to see if we continue up. I moved my original stop up to $20. So at least if I get stopped out, I won't take a loss for the day. I'll at least make $5. Hopefully that'll cover the fees. I'll make 39 cents. But right now I'm just waiting to see if we're gonna continue up on our continue up. So I don't know, either it's gonna tag me out and I'll be done for the day, or it's gonna continue up and fill the gap and I'll be able to be a part of it. I hope it's the latter, but we'll see. I'm going to pause and I'll be back. Okay, so I just got stopped out. That's what happens with FOMO. I probably would have been fine if I waited for my original entry. I think this is what I originally had here, getting in here. If we were in the silver bullet that it was up here, you still would be safe. We got this volume imbalance right here. It looks like it responded to, it came back to our fair value gap. I'm going to take this off because I have these lines right here showing us where our stop would be for those, just to kind of clear up the chart. So it came back to the fair value gap. Silver bullet hour just ended. So at this point, if you were in up here, you would be in drawdown. And you just have to wait. So for me, where my stop was, because I got in up here and I had a bit of FOMO, if I would have set up these fib levels again, I could have kept more risk on the table, but I'm just like, I can't, I didn't, if it went against me, I didn't want to end up red for the day. So I do have FOMO now. I do want to continue trading. um, and this is where, this discipline comes in. I'm not disciplined. Look at it. I mean, look, like when you see this happen and you were in the trade, it's just like, man, good God. So again, I'd be looking at this. It took out a high, silver bullet hour is over, but it's like, man, it acts like it wants to continue up, So I'll be transparent and tell you that. Oh, and so, we should have rules when we're trading. We should have rules. So like if I had any rules that I was really trying to abide by, right now I would be breaking them. I'm just like, but I don't want to chase it. Like at least at the very least, I want to wait for it to oh, let me put my stop in. I want to wait for it to come back to me. So I'm not going to jump in because you don't want to buy on a green candle. You want to buy on a down close candle. So that's what's disappointing about trading is that I was in the trade. If I just gave my stop a little room, put it below that fib level, I would have been fine. So, but instead I took a loss. Boo hoo. But I'm still green for the day. So I'm gonna pause and see. Don't be like me. So I believe that this is gonna potentially allegedly blast off soon because we had an order block here, came into the order block. This in ICT, some of his videos, he talks about projection blocks. I believe this is a projection block. And then this came in here and now I believe this is a propulsion block. So, and I could have it wrong, correct me in the comments if I am. Because some people would say that this is a propulsion block because it came in here and look at the reaction. But I'm thinking if I just put another order in at this order block right here to see if we retrace down into it. I have, too much risk on the table, so I really should have my stop up here. As a be a responsible trader. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll just take off from here, but maybe it'll tag me in. I'm gonna put this right here because that would be on that second silver bullet. That would be our take profit, And on the first silver bullet, that would be our take profit. Oops. So I'm going to take these off just to try to clear up the chart a little bit. So we know when it hits these levels, then when it hits those levels, then we will have hit the take profit. This is a city right here, so maybe it's just trying to work its way through there. But we'll see. We'll see if it's, because technically this is an order block. Well, ICT might be like, this is the whole order block. But my thought is this is our order block. We broke it with displacement. So, price could come down there. We got a minute on this candle. So we have a fair value. We'll have a fair value gap right here, assuming that it doesn't come down and fill that. So we'll see if it retraces down into that fair value gap. It's not going to be a confirmed fair. Please keep me muted. I'm watching and listening to learn. You're doing a great job. So thank you. So I have a community that I'm in, and one of the students in the community just happened to pop on the Zoom today, and I was like, wait a minute, somebody's here. So it's that's who just put a comment in the chat. So that's so funny. It's great. So so this is that fair value gap on the 5 minute. It's a volume imbalance on the 1 minute. This is the order block where I have this order on the 5 minute. So I'll see if it'll come down and tag me in. Technically, I really need to be getting on with my day right now, but trading is very addictive. And you always want to win, you know what I mean? You always want to profit, and so, knowing that, there's opportunities all day to be in this trade and to potentially fill this gap, it's like, why can't I be in on it, So, and man, I was in this trade, you guys. Like, I got in right here. I got in right here. And now look at it. It's so annoying. It's incredibly annoying. But we're going to see on that second silver bullet that I pointed out. It looks like we might be getting ready to hit that take profit. So there were a number of opportunities on silver bullets today. If you follow through the video, it's just a matter is it going to hit this one? Is it going to hit it? I don't want to try to get in higher on this. If it's going to come and get me between now and the next 15 minutes, it's going to have to come down here and get me on this price leg right here. This is equilibrium at the 50%, so you don't really want to buy in a premium. So I just want to wait for price to come down here. If it doesn't, it just doesn't, but while I want to be disappointed, like, oh damn, I was in the trade, oh damn, I got stopped out. It's like, the goal is that this ultimately makes me a stronger trader. So there we go. We were looking over here at these order blocks on the 5 minute and see how we just came into this one and we're climbing up. So if I was looking at the 5 minute on my previous trade, I would have seen this price leg right here. And I would have seen that it came to an order block, it came to the golden zone, and it took off. So, that's why the 1 minute chart can kind of mess you up. I literally could have still been in this trade. It was a great trade. I got in a little early, but or even when I got stopped out, I could have seen that, well, look at here, I can get in here. So I missed it, but such is life. I'm going to pause again. And I think now that this is occurring, I might just be SOL. But I think that with this, having confidence in my analysis and having confidence that we're bullish, even though we ran down overnight. You got to go down to go up. All of that. It could have lended itself to me being confident. That's one of the things that I struggle with, is just being confident in the trades that I make. So now on that second silver bullet I pointed out, this would have been our take profit. So that would have been a profitable trade, 5 points. And now we see if it'll hit this one. And I can't tell you, oh my God, I'm I'm disappointed that I'm not in this. And this is not the first time this has happened. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's unusual, for me to be in a trade and not trust my analysis and not trust my bias um and the trade, goes in my favor. So what do you do? So now see, it just came down into this order block, this fair value gap, but because it's in a premium, I'm just like, no, I can't. I'm chasing FOMO. But that's an entry right there, especially if it's an entry. Now I don't know, maybe it'll retrace and end up not being one, but it's just interesting to see that, that's what we got. Yeah. Boo. Boo. So I might just be out for the day because I gotta move on. So so one of the things that ICT talks about is like pyramiding in. So like when I got in down here and then I saw this retracement, I can't remember if this was a retracement to the 5 minute or which one it was. But I could have added to my position if I was confident in my, my analysis. So like all of this is good stuff. But we almost got to our take profit up here, but we got a little pullback. But what do you do? What do you do? I'm gonna pause. So here we almost hit that first silver bullet take profit. We missed it by a tick, and now we got a retracement. So we got to see, is it gonna finally just bust through there and give you your 5 points or an all? Let's see if we can see this together. And if it does, or when it does, then I need to wrap it up. Because the goal is not to sit in front of the computer all day at all. So let's see what this could be retracing to, like on a fib level. We don't have any fair value gap. We have this fair value gap, but maybe this is the level. There's no fair value gaps in here. There's this one right here. I think I would wait for a deeper retracement. I'm gonna stick to this right here because this is our price leg, 50%, 5-minute chart, order block here, fair value gap here. So it could come down here. It could, volume imbalance, order block, fair value gap. And for new traders, that's the thing. Like, you might see price running up like this and be like, oh, it's running, I'm gonna get in. But we just, because I've been there, even on this trade right here, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, it's running. Okay, let me wait for a retracement. Okay, I did wait for a retracement. I didn't chase it, but I just didn't have my fib level, on the 5 minute marked out to keep me safe. But ICT says you want to buy on down closed candles and sell on up closed candles. So, just you always got to keep in mind and know that a retracement, the price is going to retrace. It always retraces. So, all right, I'm gonna pause. So see, I think this, I'm not sure if we would call this a mitigation block or not, but we had an order block here, a fair value gap here, a mitigation block here. I didn't see it until price started to go up, but there's your entry to if you were just looking to scalp, you know what I mean? Like it found support right there in this order block, and it looks good. This could turn into a propulsion block right here if it comes back into that. Let's see if it does. I need to manage my risk still. That's less than 5 points. We had an order block. This could be a propulsion block. So if it retraces into it, it could spaz out and run up. So order block, fair value gap. We're in a discount with our order here. Sometimes you got to front run a little bit. Oh, maybe I won't have to. Okay, well, there you go. Did it pick me up? Okay. So I'm in the trade. Maybe I was too aggressive. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go with it. Let's see if it'll act as a propulsion block. This is what I don't want to see, like coming down deeper. Although it's coming back to this order block. We got an order block here, so I can kind of feel safe. We got an order block here, but again, it's like my Let's see if it'll come down to my fib where I originally had my I think I originally had my. Is this where I had it? No, I think I had it down here. See, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. That'd be crazy. So what I was talking about before is getting in a premium, like on this price leg right here, my entry is in a premium. Like you don't want to buy in a premium, so you always want to buy in a discount. So let me drop my let me see if I can keep myself safe, because this is a 5 minute fair value gap right here. This is crazy. That's crazy. So like I said, I was just saying, like, wait for a retracement, and it could still work out for me or it could go against me, but this was kind of driven by FOMO because I was like, okay, well, we found support here. We created an order block here. We have a fair value gap here. Like I got in on an order block here, now we're in an order block here, this one here. Let's see where we are in relationship on the 5-minute. So I originally had my order down here. So like, what if it comes down here now, Should not be doing this. Like it could literally come down here. Maybe it'll come down to this fair value gap. But man, we have this volume imbalance right here. Volume imbalance right here. So this is what happens when you have FOMO. You know what I mean? Like you just got to be able to sit here, and because my time is limited and I need to go on, it's just like I was like, oh, I want to get in the trade. But I'll have to like part of my, identifying what my like my setup is, what I want to trade. Like if I'm going to be a silver bullet trader, like, silver bullet hour is over. I shouldn't be in front of the charts right now, looking for a trade. If I'm going to be a fibs trader, then, I need to, which was that a fib entry that I just did? Did I have it up here? I'm gonna take this off for a minute. Like really establishing and honoring the rules. So if I take a loss, it's gonna be because, the trade just wasn't in my favor. But it won't be because I didn't follow the rules that I established that, have been back tested and forward tested and like you just have to, I keep on hearing over and over from successful traders that, you have to have your rules that you trade by. Um, so we'll see. I just put the fib on this price leg right here because, it could retrace to a level here that's in confluence with this order block here. This is a 5-minute fair value gap right here. So maybe that could give me the support that I need to keep me safe. When I see channels like this, when it channels up like this is concerning to me because usually there could be a strong pullback, like it's like a bear flag. So that doesn't make me feel good seeing that. But having this order block here and this fair value gap right here, maybe it could be tracing to that. But I think if this goes up and puts me in any kind of profit, I probably, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Need to get out because I haven't even eaten breakfast today. Like I'm just, I just want to trade. So on this price leg right here, it hit the 786 fib. So we'll see if we'll get some upward action. We have our order block here. That's what we want to see. So what could be tricky here is, is it tracing into this fair value gap to continue lower? Or was this just a retracement to continue higher? I still got my sights set on the gap. Let's see. I got to clean up my chart. I don't even know what all those levels are up there. So ultimately we want to see if it's going to fill this gap, which is, 20, another maybe 20 or so points away. So let's see if our original silver bullet take profit will finally be hit. That was this right here. Go on up there and give him the take profit. Go on up there and hit it. Go on, shouty. Go on up there. And I don't know how many silver bullets was that, like 5 bullish silver bullets. Go on up there and take it out so I can take this off and we can be like silver bullet heaven. So you see on this price leg how, if you have confluences with the fib levels, then, you could take the trade. So, okay, you could take the trade. So, for me right now, what I would like to do, man, I'm putting it up there, but God, I want this gap fill, but I got to move on with my day. Now I said before, when it gets in profit, I should just go on and get out the trade, right? You see where I'm at right now. Let me see if we got a swing on the 15-minute that I could target. Like, are we gonna fill this gap or not? Let me turn this back on. Maybe I can target this. We might get some reaction right here. But this is an order block here and a fair value gap. So there we go. I said when I get in a profit to go ahead and get out the trade, and look at me now. So now we got this order block here, fair value, volume imbalance here, fair value gap here. So let's see if this is what's gonna send us higher. I'm gonna pause. So there's our take profit there for that silver bullet that we were in. That would have been your 5 points. You would have had to wait for a bit, but it hit. So silver bullet wins again. I'm still in this trade. I'm gonna take off some of these fibs. I must have been doing something marking up these lines. I don't even know what they all mean, so I'm gonna take them off. Let's see where this SPX gap is. Wow, man, that's a massive gap. Don't know if we'll fill it. Maybe we'll go to 50%. I'm challenged right now because, I could just get out with this profit. I did give back profit when I had that trade that I misjudged my stop. So I gave back 20 bucks of the 25 that I collected. Now I'm like, I feel like I'm in revenge mode. I'm like, you're gonna give me my money back, like I need that, So, but you fight the market will always win. So I don't, I'm kind of challenged right now. I really want to see if this will continue up. Feel this. This is that 15-minute order block that it could potentially go to. You know, and I really cannot, I need to move on with my day. I'm gonna pause. All right, so now I just, I'm still in the trade. I just took risk off the table. It could come down and stop me out. I'll just have to be okay with that. At least I end the day profitable. Um, I want to see if SPX will come up here and just go on a run and just spaz out and fill the gap. Um, we know there's going to be retracement, but yeah, I gotta get on with my day. Like I gotta at some point I gotta move on, and really I need to have a 9 o'clock appointment, so 9 o'clock Pacific. So I just want to see if this will just have a one good push before I move on and just take this profit. Um, we just got a gap down on SPX on the 1 minute. Maybe it'll have a slight pullback. I moved my take profit because I was trying to see if I could be in on this gap fill. So all I need this thing to do is go up. Let's see, we closed up here like another 14 points. Like that's not too much to ask for. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll do $5. But at this point, I just want to see. Let me see. Lunchtime. See that there? Look at that. That thing will flip on you real quick. And it could just be coming back to this order block and this fair value gap. But I gotta move on with my day. That was a rebalance, so it didn't leave a fair value gap there, so that's good. Sometimes it'll just rebalance like that and continue up, but with my stop being so close, it might just come down here and tag me out because what it can do, if I didn't have to go on with my day, is it could come down here and retrace to a fib level. So, and when it's bullish, like this is a fib level too, it just bounced off the 382. So maybe that was enough. It rebalanced that fair value gap, and it could continue up. It's almost filling this civvy right here. But let's see, like, come on, man. Just get your girl that get gone and spaz out before lunch. I forget about the macros, like if there's a macro coming. I don't know if there's an 850 macro or something before lunch. I don't know. If you made it this far in the video, hi, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Hopefully you learned something. You understand and you can see like the emotions that you go through and you deal with as a trader. For me, if when I look back at this, in a year or whenever I look back at it, maybe I'll look at the chart and see things that I didn't see today. Like I've said in all my other videos, I like to trade ICT concepts, but I don't know all of them. You know what I mean? I question whether or not what do you call it? Breaker is a breaker, and I understand what a breaker looks like, but sometimes I'm like, well, does it have to be a more significant swing low that it broke before it took out a high, or whatever. Um what can happen is that this can retrace and ultimately go up here to fill the gap, but because I have to go on with my day, I won't be a part of it. But at least I'm profitable for the day. And on my original trade where I got stopped out, like I got stopped out down here, like I would have been fine. So that's why the fibs come in handy to know like kind of where to place your stop, like below a fib level, like down here. You know what I mean? So if it does retrace to this level here, then you don't get stopped down here. You can continue up on the move. But the way it's acting now, I mean, we've basically been bullish all day. Even though overnight, you know, we had that massive gap, but you know, I suspect, and you know, what do I know, but that the gap can fill today. And I could be wrong, you know, it could just come up here, hit, and fall for the rest of the day, you know. 50% of this gap, sometimes it'll retrace to 50% of the gap. So, you know, it almost got up there before it pulled back. So we'll have to see. And it's gonna take me out. It's gonna take your girl out. It's gonna take your girl out. I'm not having it. It's finding support here at this fib level. I don't know what this level is because I didn't label it. Let me see if it'll stop me out while we're together. So what did we learn today? FOMO sucks. Wait for retracements. Manage your risk. And there we go. We're stopped out. So I had originally made I don't even want to see what happens now because if it goes up, I'm gonna be sad. So you know, we FOMO is real. Wait for a retracement. The silver bullet is real. There were a number of opportunities today. When trading with bias, I think that overall, you know, we're bullish. You know, the macro is bullish, so you should only be looking for longs. Everything was perfect today for the silver bullet. So I don't know how long this video is. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you listening. We did end the day profitable, and man, thanks for your time, and thanks for your energy, and thanks for watching today. We'll see if we'll do it again tomorrow. Okay, take care. Bye.